Jeez, dude. Jeez. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
An AHS recap, episode 3. And it got a lot better in the night, in the darkness, in the honeycombs of Winnie the Pooh's butthole.
That's always a dangerous place for Tigger bouncing.
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you wanna know about the darkness?
I said, God damn.
God damn you, Michael!
I said, God damn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, God damn.
God damn you, Michael! What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Bouncing and bouncing.
Yeah, this episode was actually a whole lot better. I know some people didn't like that we didn't like the last episode, but we are who we are. We're gentlemen.
It's
but
called
we're
an
also
opinion, fuckface.
Ferocious.
Get used to it.
Yeah, so we totally in this episode we did away with the time travel shit. We did away with most of the Richard Ramirez stuff. Again, spoilers. This is a recap. If you haven't seen the episode, you don't want to see this. But basically, the biggest twist about this, and it was a really good twist actually, is that the nurse actually turns out to be a psychologist, Miss Chambers, who I'm pretty sure is a throwback to Nurse Marion Chambers from Halloween.
I thought it was a throwback to Rebecca Chambers from Resident Evil 1.
Sure.
The video game.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totes.
Yeah.
But she's actually basically an employee of Mindhunter. If you guys watch that show on Netflix with Holt McClaney, badass fucking show. But basically what she does is actually... she is a criminal psychologist and she's wanting to study these people, but she also has this weird Sartain turn to her where she's also sort of evil and she wants to let Mr. Jingle Jangles out on the streets so that she can study him and that so she can stop further murders, but she's also fucking batshit cuckoo crazy. That was actually a really good twist. I enjoyed that a little bit. It was a twist that delved deeper into the plot rather than going irreverent and away from the plot. And I like that a lot.
I feel like that chick's been doing this fucking since like 3 seasons. Like they always make her a twisty fucking character that's evil with ill intent. Like I mean, she did it like literally last season, and then the season before that she did the same. I think the same kind of thing. It's weird, but either way, yeah, it was all right. Obviously, it was a callback to the Halloween, especially when they interview Jingle Jangle, and he's talking, and he doesn't talk at first, and the one guy's saying he hasn't talked in a long time, and he just looks at you with stupid eyes, and probably farts and crop dusts everybody that comes in there and doesn't say a word.
Those would be so
and he hides the smile too. That motherfucker looks like he's looking for biscuits with mustard on. Like just the way his face is, he's like
it's like me when I'm hungover. Like where's the Hardee's gravy?
Like, we got them biscuits with mustard. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, yeah, and I like the idea of definitely having an ulterior motive for one of the good guy characters. Not that you would have seen it coming necessarily, but it's just I wish they'd use a different actress. Not that I like her, I wanted her to have more of a different role in this because it feels like again she did. I'm gonna look out for number 1 last season when she was like I'm gonna be on the side of winning, and then she did that kind of in the season before. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it was cool. I mean,
sweet old lady robbed me on her shopping cart. I didn't even see it coming.
And then she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna break you out of here. I got a garbage bag full of your shit with a knife. Go grab that. You owe me. Go kill some people, and then you're gonna be around for my book, my documentary. I wanna write about you."
Another thing they did was they had a mystery character show up, and he was wearing the Mr. Jingles mask when the dude showed up, which was weird.
Who the fuck made that?
Yeah, it was really good.
It was cool mask.
Like I didn't know y'all had Tom Savini on the paper.
You got that shit Amazon Prime
or Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible. That shit was that was a good looking mask, and the dude looked like a drunk Jack Black.
There's no way he afforded
from that Tenacious D early days.
Yeah, I thought it was Jack Black at first. That's what I was telling Mike when we were watching. I was like, that's totally Jack Black because he sounded like Jack Black, and he was like, you know how my urethra gets backed up now? I can't pee. And like it was Jack Black. I thought it was. I don't know the guy who it was, but
we got back to the slasher stuff. Like that's what was most exciting to me. I don't like all the time travel stuff, and if you do, that's cool. But we got back. This episode was what I would have wanted last episode to be. Sure, you can't go with a straight up slasher thing for 8, 9, 10 episodes or however long it's going to be, but there's different ways to do it without going so deep into time travel, and they did a great job of that with this one because they told the one dude's the backstory where he was at the frat house and he got the dude killed, and then he ran him off the cliff, but the dude woke up and ripped off his watch or whatever. That was kind of forced fit in there, like a square peg through a round hole, because he's standing down there with the dude who's got the thing in his arm, and he's like, you know, since you're passed out, I'm just gonna tell you my whole life story. And it was just like a little bit too perfect, but whatever.
Why the fuck would you do that anyway? Like,
Yeah.
you know these motherfuckers are faking it. Like, do you know that? Look, you could be in the worst pain of your life, but when you hear some juicy ass gospel, you're like, what do you think? You're like, what do you fucking say?
Wendy Williams? What?
You could have a fucking tack stuck right firmly in your dick hole, and you'd still be like, that would hurt like a motherfucker. But you'd still be like, they're like, I might have fucked your wife. You'd be like, what'd you say? Like, you could be like, oh god, it's like, I might have fucked your wife. Like, wait a minute, I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the fucking sound of my betrayed ears.
Yeah. There was a lot of Friday the 13th, the game, nostalgia in this one too. And you can't call that nostalgia, but when they're actually going out and they're looking for
Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, but they're looking for the phone booth or whatever, like literally the phone booth. That's literally what you would do in the game to call Tommy Jarvis or the cops or whatever. That was pretty cool. I like the whole twist of the whole thing. I
also like the guy from Glee. He just keeps getting better. Because I gotta take care of this guy with my guns. And then he fucking like he fucking He-Man's that motherfucker off the cliff, and they're like, woo! And they're like high fiving, like, yes, sirree, Bob. Like, I don't know, I love that. Like, that guy is actually quickly becoming not only my favorite of this season, but maybe one of my favorites of all time of American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Overall, he's just really badass. Like, I don't know what. Like, I hope he comes back for more seasons after this. And I hope he kind of plays the same character, because that shit is gold. Like, that shit, every time he talks, every time he does anything, it's funny as hell. He's like, take my ninja, and it can get real wild. Or it's so good, man.
She'll buck you like a wild horse.
Goddamn Sex Panther.
I love that fucking guy too, man. He's amazing in this episode. And dude, again, this one went straight back to the slasher stuff. It was escaping the slashers. The only time they tried to shoehorn the Richard Ramirez thing in was at the very end, where Billy Lord's character stops and like she makes out with him. And I think that when she grabs him to make out with him, I honestly didn't think that there was a twist there. I just thought, well, that's kind of how she is.
Yeah,
you know,
she's kind of into it.
She would just do that anyways.
First of all, I was like, motherfucker, aren't you late for your Shawn Mendes goddamn warm-up concert? 'Cause he looks like Shawn Mendes. Like, every time he appeared behind the, he's wearing all black. Dude. He's got a leather coat on, and he's got like all like sad face, but I'm misunderstood kind of look. I know he's going for the Jim Morrison. I know it's a real guy, Richard Ramirez, but I just look at him. I'm like, man, you're stepping off from behind a bush or something, and it's like you want to sing Stitches or something. Like, you know, I understand your heart was broke, and you're just upset at the world, and like life sucks, and you have a black light in your room, and you listen to Black Hole Sun on repeat all the time.
Stab some bitches.
But it's just I wish he'd just be gone, man. Like, yeah. I don't know. Like,
we did the collective, like when he popped up on screen, we were watching it with my wife, and we all like literally went, oh, there's that fucking guy, because he's just like, I don't know if it's just the way the character is, the actor or whatever, but I get Richard Ramirez, I understand all that, but this dude's just kind of annoying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fine to add him in because he's significant to history, but I mean, not really in the like, Jingle Jangle should be the focus of the fucking show, and not having it, like, maybe it pays off in the end, because you did see the preview for the next week. That
they were like fighting.
They have like a Jason versus Freddy kind of showdown, and I'm like, god damn. Like, I mean, it's like, I'll see it because I hope that Jingle Jangle rips his fucking Shawn Mendes mask off, but I don't think it's going to happen. But either way, that's there, and we have to deal with it. But same time, I do think overall this episode was way better, in my opinion, and Mike's, than last episode. Now, look, I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, there's a lot of people that got pissed off and hated the fact that we didn't like the last episode, and we're sorry. I'm not really, though, because it's just an opinion.
No.
This one, it felt like it picked up the strings that were left from the first episode and continued on with the story without that bullet. You see that little guy? Don't worry about that little guy, like happened in episode 2. Maybe it's pivotal in a way for later on the episodes, but I feel like they could have been cut out completely.
This one was so good, it actually makes me wish that the time travel element wasn't introduced at all, even more. But what I did like about this episode a lot was that Chet is kind of a good guy in the end. That Xavier is kind of a good dude. I like that they want to have, like, not just all pieces of shit characters, but good people. And the dude from Glee is actually a really decent.
Stop sucking subscribers' tits and act like you know their names. You looked it up 5 seconds ago.
Did anybody else, by the way, also think that the fucking kill? Now you say that, I forgot the fucking dude's name. No, the boat kill was really good too, by the way.
The nurse,
the original nurse got the oar in the mouth.
Rita is a cheetah. She's hot.
But the best kill, I think, actually goes to the dude who was trying to escape on the motorcycle, and that kill reminded me of Jason Takes Manhattan when he punches the dude's head off.
Yeah.
Because the real Mr. Jingle shows up. cuts his fucking head off and it goes flying and then the bike slowly wrecks. That was a really good kill. And that's what this season's done pretty good so far. Straight up awesome, memorable slasher kills. Fucking there for it, man. Good job.
Yeah, and, look, I hope, again, and I think we've said that since the episode 1, that they keep on with this idea of using the 80s decade as a way to tell a great story with the slasher films that we all know and love. And I think they kept in with the element of Friday the 13th. They threw in some Michael Myers stuff in there, and like it was good. And again, wow, what a fucking shocker there. The reason why it was so good is they didn't add any kind of weird fucking twisty blops like time travel, fucking 1.21 gigawatts or any of that shit. And they also did add Richard Ramirez in there until the very end. I also will say, I know that I think I read maybe a couple, I don't know. In the last episode, some of you guys were saying that you didn't think it was time travel, that in fact it was more like Lost, where it was purgatory and they're all dead anyway. I mean, I guess that's possible.
It's a little more interesting than time travel.
I guess it's possible because the guy keeps repeating over and over again again this purgatory, like he's stuck there.
That's way more interesting than time travel.
And, well, that's what I was saying. Like Dead House, or the first season of American Horror Story kind of dealt with that too. If you died in the house, you would just repeat your life or live your life out there.
That would be a neat tie-in into murder.
It would be neat, but I mean, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I mean, I just felt like it was time travel. Maybe it wasn't, and maybe it's not. I mean, your opinion about the possibility of it being a repeat of Purgatory, it could be that too. Either way, This episode rocked the fucking tits off everybody, and we had a great time, and I had a boner halfway through, then it went away, and then it came back when I saw the nurse, and then it went away. But either way, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
American Horror Story, man. Kicking ass and making boners.
We'll see you next Wednesday. We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. Get some goddamn lamb up in you. Man, that teacher from Glee's got a big dick.
God damn, why do you make me not want to ever buy Slim Jims? You look like the anti-fucking Macho Man.
Step into it.
Because you're like this. You're like Macho Man had a stroke.
You married into it. You made it.
You married it.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie. We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.